Hello, wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. You're welcome back again on today's program, Biafra Discourse. Today, as in our tradition on this live interactive section, we give our audience the opportunity to air the opinion, to ask questions, and to make their own contribution regarding the topic under discussion. And today, we are privileged to have with us a father, an elder statesman, a leader of Ndibo, the president of Liable Development Foundation, Professor Ozodem Mawala. He's already here seated on the studio, waiting for us to bring him in. I want to let you know that today will be explosive, but more or less, listen attentively and share this video because it is going to be explosive. And everyone needs to watch, need to listen, and need to get a better understanding of what we are doing right here today. If you're new on this platform, click on the subscription button and on the notification bell so that you will not miss anything. And endeavor to follow us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on Twitter, or even on our website for news updates. Most importantly, download our app from Google Play Store. Having said that, when we bring in our guest, we are going to elaborate on the issue at hand regarding the recent killing, the recent massacre that took place in Enugu. We are going to deliberate on the topical issues that have been arising since that incident. And the elder statesman with us is going to give us fatherly insight and fatherly advice on the way forward. You're welcome to today's program. Ensure you share this video, bring everyone on board because you can't afford to miss anything. And we only have about an hour to keep our elder statesman here with us. All right, it's a pleasure to bring in to the studio our elder statesman, our father, and the president of Liable Development Foundation, Professor Ozodem Mawala. He's right here with us. Hello, Prof. Good evening. You're welcome to today's live interactive section. Hello, Prof. Can you hear me? Did I lose you? Oh. Hello, Prof. Okay, we are welcoming you, or we already welcomed you to today's program. A lot of our viewers all over the world are seated to tap into your wisdom and experience on the way forward regarding the prevalent issue facing our people, especially coming from the recent killing at Enugu. Sir, as a way, you don't need further introduction, sir. You have been here and our people know you and they are tapping from your wealth of experience. Now, let us hit the ground running. Recently, we saw the massacre that took place in Enugu and followed suit your resignation from the Southeast Security Summit put together by the Southeast Governors Forum. We want to have an insight. What is your opinion regarding that killing? What is your opinion and the position of Liable Development Foundation regarding that killing?
Chinedu, is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. And we all saw this thing coming. It's not just this one coming. We all have seen this thing happening severally. The last 1 year or more.
Okay.
That was why last year we mobilized organizations in Liable for a security summit in Owerri, where we took basic decisions regarding how best to organize ourselves at various levels, at personal level, community level, local government level, state level, and whatever we can get from the national level. We also got Ohaneze to meet with us on the same subject matter. The very day we were meeting, we had the governors were meeting in Enugu, and we sought to have audience with them. And we met with them at the government lodge in Enugu. At the end of the day, we agreed to set up a committee to try and hammer out a security architecture, just like the Yorubas had done. We set up that committee, even though before the committee took off, there were some hanky-panky. The IG had come to Enugu, met with the governors, and they had started discussing and agreeing on what they call community policing. When the information came, we cried foul. We told them we know what that happened, what community policing means. And we know it has been operating in our liable while all the horrors have been going on. And we called our people and said, no, we won't go that way. We all agreed. A committee was set up. And we met in the home of the chairman of Southeast States. And also I set up a technical committee to try and formulate the necessary law that enabled us to have a regional security committee. This thing, the report was submitted several months ago, and up till now nothing happened. And suddenly we were told by the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum and other governors that there was no more need for a regional security outfit, that states should design whatever they want themselves. And we keep hearing of community policing here and there. And finally, of course, we heard that the president has given them 130-something billion for community policing. While all this has been going on, serial killings, rapes, kidnapping, many of our people can go to the farms in many communities that live. And then there was this one, where innocent youths meeting somewhere. They were not even demonstrating. They weren't even meeting in the street. They were not even carrying out any violent demonstration. People mobilized all the entire security arsenal. The army, the police, DSS, SARS invaded where these chaps were and killed a number of them. There's also one very sad thing about this incident, that they said some were killed on the police side. And who are they? They're Igbos. They're Igbos. Knowing what's going on in this country, it's not impossible for people to even shoot these people and then hang it on the Igbo youths. So if the governors had done what their colleagues in the West had done, if they had implemented the report we gave them, accepted it and implemented it, and allowed our committee to continue to nurture and nurse that security outfit, this thing wouldn't have happened. Look at what's happening in Benue State. Even the Yorubas, they've told the whole world, told the federal government, you cannot bring any community police into our territory. We're taking care of our territory. Why can't we Igbos do that? Why can't we Igbos? And since these chaps have been wasted, nothing is coming up from our own people. So that is what then, if they were supposed to be in a committee dealing with this, and that committee is more about what is the use who is also in that by APF has also resigned because there's no deceiving ourselves. We have to start thinking of an alternative thing, how our people can help themselves without relying on those whom we thought we elected to protect us, and they cannot protect us. We can't rely on them. That is the situation,
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. And that possibly resulted to your resignation from that committee this week. Now, since after...
What else could I...
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What else could I just...
Yeah. That is what we are looking at. Now, since the incident, The governors of the Southeast have not come up to condemn that killing, or to not just to investigate, but to proffer solution on ending this continuous killing of our young people. Now, since after that incident, there are many remorse and resentment coming from the Biafra agitators, especially pushing for an armed struggle. Do you think that this continuous killing will lead to a situation where some of these agitating groups will pick up armed struggle?
First and foremost, Chinedu, I know what you mean by armed struggle. What I do know is that there is a natural law, and that natural law empowers every human being to defend and protect himself. It's a fundamental law. It's also inherent in our customary law. The challenge for us is to protect ourselves in accordance with this natural law, in accordance with this customary law. We must find ways to protect ourselves. We cannot fold our hands while people keep destroying our women, our men, our farms, our youth. No, Chinedu. I don't know what you mean by armed struggle. What I do understand is that the law, the Bible, even the Quran empowers human beings to protect themselves. Rise up against tyranny.
Okay, that having said that, yes, it is a natural law for people to defend themselves in occasions like this, where you see people who are, this time they are not even protesting on the street, they were doing exercise, and security operatives shot them. Not just them, but the other killings happening in the Southeast on uniformed armed people invading communities, ransacking villages, destroying farmlands, parading as herders. Okay, now when you say our people should defend themselves against such killings and invasion, and these people are carrying sophisticated weapons, how do you think our people will be able to withstand this?
Well, actually, that is the tragedy of the whole situation. That we are up against people who are carrying and carrying sticks, demonstrating violence. And that is what I'm saying. We should urge our legislators at the federal level to push for either banning of AK-47 or legalizing it so that people can also own those instruments for purposes of self-defense. Apart from that, we are also asking our people to organize themselves, to use whatever means they can to protect themselves. I do know, short of the nuances of legalism, that in our communities, people legally own guns for hunting. They legally own guns to ward off miscreants invading their homes and houses. They own guns to protect themselves and their families. Those are defensive weapons, not offensive weapons. You know, and that's what we are saying our people should resort to. We have to get our youth properly organized, not just walking around and singing songs. Properly organized. Our vigilantes should be properly organized. And we should also make sure the vigilantes are able to protect our communities.
Okay,
make sure.
Okay, go on. Go on, sir.
Yeah. I say we should make sure we use all available means to protect our people. I'm asking everybody to rise up and wake up.
Okay.
Support combat to defend themselves.
Okay, now we have identified this problem and you're providing solution. Now, giving it a legal backing, we've talked about regional security. We've talked about anti-open grazing, which is actually the bottom line of the biggest security challenges the people are facing at the moment. Okay, now this anti-open grazing bill, which your organization, Alibo Development Foundation, have been able to send across to Southeast governors? Give us an insight about it and where we are at the moment to make sure that we bring that law into book.
We sent out this bill, this bill since 2016. When we saw this thing coming, we set up as our legal bureau to draw up the necessary bill, and they did under the leadership of Barrister Zaka and Barrister Onyuku. We submitted this bill since 2016 to the 7 Igbo-speaking states. At a point, we got information that Abia had passed the bill, and we're yet to confirm really whether the governor has signed it. All of that states have not passed the bill. While this is going on, we know that Benue State has an anti-open grazing bill. We know that Ekiti did have, and now we know that Yorubas as a whole have laws banning open grazing in their territories. We have continued this campaign. We have a committee to end open grazing. We have also a committee of ADF jointly with the People's Redemption Movement, which of course BVI has been at the forefront of bringing to the knowledge of our people. We are campaigning to get the state governments to pass this law. We also do know that Imo State under Odewa passed an anti-open grazing bill. And we're asking our people to make use of that bill. But over and above all this, WC and our people, our customary law prohibits open grazing of cattle, of sheep, of goats. Every community knows that, liable. And we have laws banning them. Those animals are tethered or kept in pens. So that's what should happen. And that's what we're asking our people to enforce wherever they are, with or without open grazing. But we're asking everybody this time to leave our governors and our legislators in no uncertainty of what our people want. They should demonstrate, they should send delegations to houses of assembly to the governors and demand that this law be passed to enable the people to, with more confidence, to protect our communities and our farms.
Okay, sir. Having said that, now let me bring this. You made mention of let the people come out, make this demand, and the rest of them. And there has been a call for a 1 million march against open grazing to make this demand, as you just stated, or to mandate the government to sign the bill which you have already submitted to them. To what extent have that mobilization gotten to from your own angle? That's because we understand that you are pulling together a coalition of our Igbo religious and civil society organization. To what extent are we looking forward to that in respect to that 1 million march?
First of all, Chinedu, the ADF committee headed by Barrister Zaka and the People's Restoration Movement, along with BVI, have been working tirelessly to promote the campaign for anti-open grazing law. They have also been working hard to mobilize our people for 1 million march. This campaign, this level of campaign, we have put forward to the emergent coalition of religious and civil society organizations in Alibo. Thank God that body has woken up, has risen up. They are ready to embrace this campaign, which ADF, PRM, and BVI have been moving. So we're looking forward in the next 1 month that it will be possible for Igbo to come out in their millions and demand an end to open grazing.
Okay.
And also demand, Chinedu, we need a regional security outfit. We need one because it will be more effective if all Igbos, the whole Igbo nation, have a common security architecture, just like the Yorubas have. We'll continue campaigning for an effective system. Already, organizations in Igbo have been made voting over the Moribund Security Committee, and I think majority of the people said, we don't have a committee. That committee should be dissolved, and a new committee should be set up. Let me make this point. I don't know why our governors and parliamentarians are afraid of civil society. I don't know. That is the bulwark of the strength of Oton in the Benue State. That is the bulwark of the strength of the Yorubas. Omotekun was put together not by the governors alone, legislators. The church in Yoruba lands was involved. The civil societies were involved. Gani Adams and his group were involved. Hunters were involved. Women were involved. Lawyers were involved. Why don't we have this synergy between our politicians and the masses and the people? Well, if they don't want to move, we decided to move. The pan-Igbo organizations, including pro-Biafra groups, were coming together under the aegis of this coalition to take our destiny into our hands. And we're calling our people, please, support this move. Support this move. We have no other alternative. Unless we want to allow us to stay in our place and these people come and murder us and kill us. Support us so that we can be able to not only empower youth, but direct them to empty propaganda and so on. That is the challenge of the moment. We need the clergy, the traditional institutions, intellectuals, business people, and so on. We have to move this coalition forward. We have to take our destiny into our hands.
Okay. Now, sir, that you've mentioned the Amaltekun, the involvement of their governors, their political class, the church, the civil society organization. Now, these questions have continued to arise. Our people have continued to ask and wonder, what is stopping the southeastern governors and the legislators or the church or the political class to look into this regional security and also to push for this anti-open grazing law? Is there anything, like from your own experience, is there any political undertone or even the constitution of Nigeria that prevents them from doing the needful? I'm talking about the Southeast governors.
Chinedu, you see, at the foundation of this is the fact that people that has defeated people. That psychology of defeat is there. Secondly, the Nigerian system is very corrupt, very rotten, very dirty. There's nobody that gets in there that doesn't soil his hand. Only very few can have the common sense and moral integrity to withstand. So everybody's hand is soiled, including those at the top, including the federal institutions. But what happens? Because everybody's hand is soiled, it is easy whenever they want to wake up to catch anybody. They will always catch somebody. Our governors, because of the dirty situation, because of the lawlessness of governance in Nigeria, Our governors have not been acting according to the rule of law. They have been running the state. Same state money has been provided. The other day, then came to my office and showed me evidence of what has been happening to allocations of NIBO over 20 years. If you see it, you will marvel. You will cry. You will cry. So these guys, our people, our governors, they have this problem. They are afraid that these people can pounce on them any day, and you know there is selective implementation of the law. There is selectivity. They want to pounce on anybody they want to, just like our businessmen are also victims of this kind of selective they can wake up and destroy any man's business any day, arrest them for one frivolous reason or the other. That is their fear. But what is the answer to this? The answer to it is for our brothers to please listen. There is this Igbo song, you know, all these billions are amassing. Where will it take them to? If they can sit down and think twice and know that there is sanctity in public service, there is sanctity in the trust of the people. When they vote for you, they trust and hand over their destiny into your hand. It's a very delicate thing. It's just like a baby which God has given you. If they can sing twice and then come back to their people and align themselves with their people. If they do these two things, I tell you they'll be very strong. I tell you Ali will be very strong. That is what has happened in Benue State. Otom realized this long time ago, and he pulled back and aligned himself with his people. And I don't think he's messing himself up like many other governors are messing themselves up. That's why he's very strong. If our governor told this part, they'll be strong, and they can work very hand in hand with us. And we'll defend them. Our youth will defend them, you know. So that is the situation we're in. But in the absence of that, the way forward is for the civil society and religious organizations to get together, you know. Of course, there's need for internal purging, get together. We have very many eminent people in the clergy, many eminent people in business, many eminent people in traditional institutions. I've met many of them in ADF. If we come together and nurture this coalition, it will be a way out. If we will become strong, our governors will start looking in our direction. That's the way forward. We are also asking our people at the various communities to please don't joke with your destiny. Hold on to your vigilantes. Hold on to your town unions. Don't let any governor toy with your town union. Don't let any governor toy with your vigilantes, because that is your last port of call. And we're asking our people abroad to please look home and reinforce your communities. Give them support, whatever support they need to have strong vigilantes. If that's true, we have strong vigilantes, nobody will mess up in our farms, nobody will mess up in our forests. You can see what's happening in Delta now, you know, and of course, alternate happening there. So I think that is the way to go.
Okay, okay, sir. I think you have done justice to today's concern on the issue we are deliberating upon. Now, the remaining short minutes we have, we're going to open up the line shortly for you out there that is watching from anywhere around the world to call in and ask questions that you need answers to from the president of Alibo Development Foundation, Professor Ozadem Mawala. He's an elder statesman and a father to Ndibo, a leader of repute. So you have the opportunity. This is the time for you to now interact with your leaders, those who are carrying your affairs and shouldering the burden of your welfare. So it is time for you to speak with them directly. And we're here having the president of Alibo Development Foundation. The number to call remains 0810-4545-533. You can see that at the top corner of this screen. 0810-4545-533. And you can you add +234 if you are calling from outside Nigeria. And don't forget to stay strict to the topic under discussion. We don't want people to come up here to start being emotional. We want you, when you're asking your question, you go straight on point and be very brief for other callers to come in. So the lines are now open. Call 08104545533. You can call it through the direct line, or you call through the WhatsApp line. We're also going to be taking commentaries and questions from the comment section and also from WhatsApp. And we'll be reviewing that with our father right here with us. Now, sir, one of the questions people are asking already is, how are we going to, they're talking about Ndi Igbo now, how will Igbo people be able to organize themselves, under what platform, and for what purpose specifically, on the short run and on the long run?
First and foremost, Igbos are organized in various ways. Our women organize at various levels, community level, church level. Our men are also organized at various ways. Our youth are organized at various ways. Our civil society organizations are organized in various ways. What we need is for us to be fully aware of the danger we face, and that we cannot do much as separate formations, separate fronts. They say united we stand, divided we fall.
Okay.
So there is fundamental need.
Go ahead.
There is fundamental need for us to have.
Hello, are you hearing me? Good afternoon or good evening.
Hang on, Prof. The caller on the WhatsApp, hang on there. Prof is speaking. We'll bring you on. Just hang on there for some seconds for Prof to round up. Prof, continue.
So the way forward is what we have started doing. Luckily, the church in the last week sent SOS to ADF and other organizations and said, let us come together. The church knows people are being killed. Apart from the fact that they want to take over Igbo land, they also want to destroy our Christian faith. So the church is a target. So we all got together and agreed we are going to work together, set up a coalition of religious and civil society organizations.
Okay.
We have eminent people who are in charge of this, and we are also drawing in other eminent Igbo leaders and Igbo organizations.
All right, sir. Let us quickly bring on the caller on the WhatsApp. Hello, the caller on WhatsApp, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Chinedu, good evening.
Good evening to you. You're welcome to today's live broadcast. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yes, Chinedu, my name is Christian Omahi.
All right, go ahead, Christian. What's your submission regarding what we're talking about today?
First of all, I want to thank our leader, our dear brother that resigned in the protest regarding to what happened to our people. I want to ask you, Chinedu, this question. I'm putting this question to you. Why do we need to march to do the right thing? How many times did the Yoruba people went to march to put this law to create a Moteku? How many times did they go to street and march for it? That is my question. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. He's saying, he asked, why is it necessary for us to march before the right thing will be done? That is the caller from UK, Christian. And I must tell you, Christian, and those of you who are listening all over the world, that it is a result of the failure of government. That's why we are marching. As a result of the government failure, that is why we are marching. Okay? So, I believe, Prof, do you have anything to say about that before we take another call?
Well, you know, when you are dealing with a deaf man and he can't hear you, when you want to reach him and draw his attention, you can touch him, you know, physically. If our governors are deaf to all the pleas, all the arguments in various platforms, urging them to do this, do that, I think once our people come out in their numbers, go to the governor's lodge and say, brother, pass this law. Go to the assemblies and say the same thing.
Okay, let us take another caller.
Hello, hi. I'm calling from Holland. My name is Elias Opara.
Hello, hang on, the caller.
Hello, my name is Elias.
Hang on, the caller on WhatsApp.
My name is Elias.
The caller.
Yeah, my name is Elias Opara.
Hang on. Prof,
okay.
Speaking.
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
All right, Prof, please conclude so that we'll take this caller.
No, I've made the point, you know,
okay,
that if our brothers are not listening, they want to behave like the deaf, we have to get close to them physically for them to see our people coming and demanding in their very presence, please do this for us. That's a mandate we gave you when we voted you in, to help protect us, make law that will protect us.
Oh, okay. Let us quickly take this caller. The caller on WhatsApp, your name and where you're calling from, be very brief about it.
Okay, my name is Elias Opara. So thank you. All the time I watch your video, all the time you make video in the car and you do a lot of things, you're working so hard. But I want to say something very important. You know, what about we also have to look for allies like some African countries who are Christian countries. For example, like the Ghana president, like Jerry Lawrence, like some Southern African president, so that like in the wartime we have Gabon, we have Cote d'Ivoire. So we also need to develop some allies, so that maybe if you think we can able to get some support from them, you know. That's what I wanted to suggest.
How does that link up with the? Okay. Hang on. The prof want to respond to you. Over to you, Prof.
The coalition has set up a number of fronts. We have a finance committee, we have a security committee, we have a committee for the diaspora, and already a number of organizations in the diaspora have linked up with us. And we are telling them that they have two fundamental duties, those in diaspora. One is to help put our case before the governments of the world.
Okay.
And to put our case in very strategic terms. We have very organizations.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. So that's
all right. Okay, Prof. Let's take this caller. Hello, the caller on WhatsApp. Your name and where you're calling from. Be very brief, please.
Okay, good evening. I'm calling from France.
Sorry, you're calling from where?
I'm from Netherlands.
From Netherlands.
I'm calling from France.
From France.
My name is Mike. Hello?
Your name?
My name is Michael Chukukaloba. Michael.
All right, go ahead with the submission.
So my father, I'm very grateful. I'm ever since now I watch your program. So I remember Google State. So it's work and it's thorough.
Okay, do you have government we have been what we're talking about this evening?
Hello?
What is your take about what we have said so far this evening? Or do you have any question for Prof?
I can't hear you. Say what?
What is your submission regarding what we're discussing this evening?
Oh my God,
Sorry about that. I have to let you go. Now, Prof, somebody said this. Somebody sent this message. He said something here. However, he said the best option for us to totally seize political space and all federal political representatives of the Southeast as through Biafrans. He went further to say, once we manage to elect our true Biafrans as governors, senators, and House of Reps members, our struggle is already 75% accomplished. Do you agree with this statement, Prof? Someone sent it from Dr. CJ from the US. He sent this message. What's your opinion about what he just sent, the message?
A very historical document, what people refer to as the Green Book, Indian Green Book, where we have set out the modalities, the process for galvanizing Igbo nation into an autonomous region, for building the Igbo nation. In fact, I'll say, frankly speaking, that the Yorubas have taken steps along that line. The Yoruba nation is so getting more corporate, more united. That is what we should be aiming at. Igbo regional autonomy. That's what we should be aiming at. And within it, we should make sure those who represent us, whom we entrust our faith into, are people who are genuinely patriotic people. We should take interest in the politics of our land. Who goes to the, that is the agenda all this struggle is pushing on to. We must start working hard together to make sure that our labor is a very finely defined and organized regional authority, regional force. That's what we should be aiming at. And when that happens, we're not going to have governors that will be serving the interests of their masters and not the interests of the people.
Okay, so let us quickly take another caller. Hello, the caller on WhatsApp, your name and where you calling from, please.
Yeah, hello, my name is Steven, I'm calling from Malaysia.
Go ahead with your submission. Be very brief, please.
Okay, my contribution about what Prof said. You know, everything is not by beg. Everything is not by appealing to those that you feel you can appeal to. And sometimes we do it by violence and get what we want. At least
They will be scared. I should, in case, let me just use this word.
son. If IPOP tomorrow carry arms, what will happen in Nigeria? Nothing will happen. Not just because we are doing as if we are fools, we don't know what we are doing because of the bad leader we have in the Southeast. We need to do it by force. By force. How many people can they kill? If everybody, both IPOP, both non-IPOP, everybody, mother, father, pikin, woman, everybody ran up government house, no way for him to enter, no way for him to escape. That governor must surely sign that must. Or else, let him call that police, let him call that military to kill everybody. If why we vote him in is to go there and kill his citizens. Let us be honest to ourselves and tell ourselves the truth. There is no amount of pressure we will mount to Southeast governors that will make them to succumb because they have been promised to give our vice president and give so post in 2023, which is very, very wrong. Promise and fail, and they did not understand it. So what we have to do? Let us take the bull by the horn, by force.
All right.
And stop the government and stop everywhere. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your call. Don't forget the numbers to call is 0810454533 to make your submission. Please keep it very brief and straight on point. And keep trying because the lines are busy. We will always take your calls when they come in. Now, Prof, like I said earlier, the resentment is growing. The people are running out of patience. The people want to take it all by force. And it's really disturbing. We are going to come back on the consequences. That what will be the consequences if this thing degenerates into a violent situation. Hello, the caller on phone. Your name and where you calling from, please.
Yes, good evening. My name is Johnson. I'm calling from London.
Go ahead, Johnson, with your submission. Be very
right. First of all, I need to thank my elder there, Prof. I respect you so much, and I believe that your name will be written written somewhere. For a man who respects his people, for resigning to let the whole world know that you are not part of this evil. Thank you very much, my elder. I will never allow people to see someone like you and disrespect you. When they say we disrespect somebody, not people like you. I appreciate you for what you did, and we will surely respect you. Now, let me go to the point. Not everything that we are going to be begging these Fulanis for Christ's sake. Let's do what we're supposed to do like evil people that we did not for. Let's stop being cowards to these Fulanis. They are nobody. Professor, please, sir. These governors that they are killing our people, they are responsible of killing our people. They will come to the market square, deceive our people, that they will do everything for them. And when we voted them into power, they will go there and kill. What they do is to kill our people. Look at what happened in Emene. None of them have spoken to today. All I want to say right now is this. Because I will still respect you. I don't want to say anything bad about them for now. But let me tell them. If they do, and IPOB must surely carry arm. It's just a matter of time. We will carry arm. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, thank you very much for your submission. Thank you.
Let me tell them this now. They should allow us to go. It's time for us to go, and we must only go. Whether they sign whatever these governors are looking for, we will give it to them.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you for your submission. You see, Prof, at least you can now understand where we say that the people are running out of patience regarding this incessant killing happening on daily basis. So, sir, what do you have to say about it? Before we take you, Prof, hang on, let us take this other caller. Hello, the caller on WhatsApp. Your name and where you calling from?
Okay. Yeah, Chinedu, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, I really appreciate you, my brother, for all that you are doing. May the grace of God continue to be upon you. I also want to thank the Prof for all that he has been doing, for resigning in order to prove a point. I really appreciate him, and I will continue to appreciate him. People like him are people that we really want to have in our society. So please, my brother, my submission is this. How many more people should be killed before our governors or the representatives will speak out? They are only keeping quiet just because their own children are all alive, their brothers are all alive, none of them has been harmed, none of them has been touched. It is only when you hear the families of the elite that are touched in Nigeria before you see the elite speaking out. Can you imagine that a total number of how many people were killed in Enugu, and those of them that have been killed in Abia State, Owerri, Onitsha, for how long, and nobody can speak out? Our governors are all dumb. My brother, it is high time the IPOB begin to take arms. Let us face it and face it squarely, and this should be the best time. And about the allies, it is time for us to start inviting the allies, begin to make consultation with foreigners, with foreign countries, and begin to speak to the United Nations and every other agencies, so as to, make sure that this thing goes far than it is expected to be. Nnamdi Kanu has done everything that a human being should do. I see no reason why we should continue waiting and begging for somebody to give us the opportunity before we do something.
All right.
It is time, please. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have so many other people on the line. You see, the resentment continues. If we keep taking this course, you will keep hearing this resentment about people taking up.
Allow me at a point to make some comments.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. We are taking you after you before we take any other call.
I want at this point to make a very fervent appeal to our people. I made this point some time ago, 2 years ago, that in this struggle, which some of us were deeply involved in this 1966 to 70, and after that struggle, we tried to find a way to make sure our people have a respectable place on the face of the earth. We've done everything we could, trying to integrate our people within Nigeria at various levels, setting up the NYSC, going to the Constitutional Conference, advocating for rotational presidency and other things. And today here we are. We are fully aware of what our youths are doing, how angry our people are, aware what Watsap had done up to a point, what IPOB is doing. There's one thing we want to appeal to our people. At this stage, those of us who have come out, in spite of our age and everything, who have continued to stand firm behind our people, we have a sense of history. We have a sense of history. We are fully aware of what happened in South Africa. They started with non-violent philosophy. When they found that the apartheid regime was not able to non-violent philosophy, they had to found their countries with them. We are fully aware of what the Africa did when they go to the found that all may not be different, but mark you, it is not a question of just jumping to without any systematic planning. Any systematic planning, that is what is required. And one of the problems we have now is the motley of many fronts which the enemy has created. We have more than 1,000 different Watsap, for each of them claiming to be speaking for the Igbos. No, we must sit down and make sure we have a foundation where we have highly experienced diplomats, experienced politicians, highly experienced clergy. Many of them have played a major role in the war. Highly experienced intellectuals. We've been interacting with our people, with IPOB, with Watsap and others. The recent move of getting a coalition, a base where we can hem in everybody, is very vital. And within it, we want to work out the most strategic step to make sure all not put out equal and come effectively. Putting back on will do so effectively. And even at this point, we are telling our people, please, at the level of the villages, communities, whatever you have, organize yourself. Don't allow them to enter our forest. Don't allow them to roam around our villages. And asking everybody, wherever you are, contribute to your community defense of this thing. We are also in touch with various groups of our people. All we are saying is, let us strategize. Let us move strategically. We have reached our limit in terms of non-violence, but we are not going to jump into Alfred when we are not ready. We are also appealing to our enemies to think twice. We are also trying to reach out to our neighbors who are also victims of the same tyranny, of the same suppression. Those in the southwest is getting itself ready and resisting militantly. The Benue people are doing the same thing. The Southern Kaduna people and others. So we want to make sure we also link hands with them. It's been a strategic thing. Those of us on ground have a lot of work to do. And those of you abroad have also a lot of work to do. In terms of, I've said, reaching out to the international community, carrying the message. We're preparing them. We have been abroad, some of us. We have visited United Nations during the Python dance, during the so I think we let us plan very well. Let us not be engaged in what we call populism, engaging in struggle for the sake of it. We can plan every move very effectively. The enemy is not invincible. We can protect our people if we plan very effectively. That's the message. We're asking our youths, Andriod and others, please try and link up with the elders at home, committed elders, patriotic elders. There are many of them at home. Let us work together. That is the message.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you for that commentary. Honestly speaking, you have spoken like a father. You pointed out about about the efforts your organization, Liable Development Foundation, made during the Python dance, during the quit notice, and the rest of them. Now, does these recent killings that are happening constitute a crime against humanity? And would Liable Development Foundation consider a legal action to stop further occurrence of this heinous crime against humanity? Do you see that way?
Well, we've also, like many organizations, sent petition to the United Nations and other foreign bodies drawing their attention to what is going on. The coalition is also preparing its own documents to do the same thing. Yes, we're letting the world know what's going on. We're also taking legal action. By the way, our case over the Python dance thing, ADF went to court, went to the federal court. The appeal is still in court. That's what happened. We also sent we also prepared a brief to go to the International Court of Justice at The Hague. That process has been on, we went, as I said, went to the United Nations last time, which prompted the United Nations Secretary General to send chambers to Nigeria. It was not really INS that sent a petition. It was ADF that sent a petition that prompted ADF. And of course, what has happened is that there are people who pretend to be working for NIBO, but are working for the federal government. That's part of the problem we have. So, as I said, let us be very strategic. That's a part of the mistake we made during the war. If I listened to Otmara, Ibiam and Sikh would have been able to come out of that mess. Would have been able to. But Ojukwu was a very, very devoted person, but was a young man. Many of us have. That worked.
Okay, Prof. Though we almost lost you there. Can you hear me, Prof?
I'm hearing.
Yes, Prof. Yeah. Can you hear me? I think network came cracking. Okay, we have a sister who wants to speak up. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, my brother. Good evening to fellow Biafrans. Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to contribute to your questions.
Okay, we have Prof here, the president of Alibo Development Foundation, and we are deliberating on this issue. What is your take on that?
First of all, I want to say thank you to you and also to the Prof for the good work you are all doing. And what has happened it's unspeakable, and it's also sad that they are reporting it and calling it a clash, even though we know it is not a clash. So what I want to say in regards to your question is that there is no need for us to be setting ourselves up, for them to eliminate us. First of all, IPOB was proscribed. It doesn't matter the reasons, whether it was just or whether it was, unduly or whatever. But what happened is that they succeeded in proscribing IPOB, and IPOB remained proscribed. Anybody that is gathering in the name of IPOB is going against the legal law. Now, keep in mind, this is the legality upon which they are acting on. So, the main thing is we are setting ourselves up. Our youth are being set up to go and confront or to come into confrontation or any form of interaction with people who are armed. And this is a suicide mission. Now, coming to the question of if Biafrans are armed, where will the arms come from? Where will the arms come from? And if at all Biafrans get the arms, it will turn Alibo to a war zone again for the second time. And that is devastation that we don't need. We don't need that kind of devastation and bloodshed. And you don't know how long it's going to take. We don't need that kind of devastation, because we know that even though they are handling Boko Haram, the way they are handling them with kids globe, what is going on in the northeast, we can see it has never been fully closed, it has been fully functional, their governors are still in place, not military administration. That kind of thing, they will not give that kind of room in Igbo land if something like that should happen in Igbo land. They are going to seal off everywhere, remove all the government. They are going to give it a heavy hand. So I feel that talking about taking arms at this point is just acting in the greatness of the heart and the emotion, the pain that is going. I agree with what the Prof is saying. We need to strategize and move with tact. Only wisdom and not emotion and not your feeling will get over this. Only wisdom and strategy. We need people, we need a collaborative and wide negotiators, and we are going to send delegates to the UN and to the world bodies. One person cannot say, I'm going to give you Biafra, I'm going to do this for you. One person cannot do it. It's a group of delegates, it's a group of stakeholders that are representing everybody that is involved in this region. So one person cannot do it. So we need a team of efficient and highly sophisticated diplomats that are going to engage on our behalf, and it will take time to build these coalitions and this collaboration. So let everybody calm down for now, and let everybody, rise up and not set themselves up to be added to another statistics of people who are killed.
Okay, sister.
So I feel that this is just the basis of what I really want to say. I may want to say more, but this is the real point I want to address. That
right,
the question of
thank you. We just have to let you go. We have other callers calling in. Hello. Your name is calling from.
Can you hear me?
Be very brief about it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. I'll be very brief about it.
Okay, I'll make it up. Yeah. What I want to say, I'm calling from Germany. My name is Okechukwu. I'm from Idemili local government. But I live in Germany.
Go ahead. Be very brief.
What I want to tell you people, that you people in Nigeria don't have to be afraid. We are ready. Even if it's money, we can spend it. No problem. Yeah. Only that you people have to be
If you say one, not tomorrow, two. Time for your talk. Be there. Don't be afraid. We are ready. We are ready for any time. Anything these people need, we give them. Money is there, no problem. We take us millions of naira to fight, no problem. This time is not 1960, 70. So if people have to, don't be afraid. We are ready. We are outside. We are ready. That's what I want to say. And for me, then local government. My name is Okechu.
All right, thank you very much, Okechu, for your submission. Thank you. God bless you. Hello, Prof. What can you say about what have been said as we are rounding up on today's program?
Children, please, the sister who spoke before the last person, if you can get her particulars.
Yeah, we
interact with and send her some materials.
It's okay.
On an aspect of her disposition, where she was cautioning, and it seems to me that her caution is not strategic enough. The second part of her submission, where she was actually pleading for caution, is quite correct. But when he now tells us that people cannot meet peacefully, because if they meet, they will be attacked. They'll be attacked aside POB, they'll be killed. No, that kind of argument, that kind of reasoning is not fair enough to our people. They're just telling us to just surrender to everything. Our youths have freedom of association. They have freedom of association. And where they were meeting, they were not even demonstrating or doing anything to threaten anybody. So going to harass them, to kill them at that point is too much. It's an overkill. It's the kind of way you treat not just slaves, but people you regard as as highly disposable listening. It's the kind of thing you do in those old days, the kind of thing dictators do. And I don't think we should fold our hands. What has happened in the EMNA is very bad. It was called for.
Okay, Prof. Let us take this caller. Hello, the caller on phone, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ejike. I'm calling from Benue State, precisely Boko.
All right, go ahead with your submission. Be very brief, please.
Okay, my submission this evening is that Biafran people are ready for all the that Fulani herdsmen have been doing. They have been killing, raping our mothers and our parents. It is very bad. How can our youth just be keeping quiet and listening to all that Fulani herdsmen have to say? All that our governors, they will not speak for the people. They can only come against us, saying that there is nothing happening, settling Fulanis in our land. It is not done that way. And killing our brothers in Enugu State because of IPOB issue. Everybody is Biafra. Everybody is IPOB by indigenous. But I don't know how our people get to reason. Some people will say, yes, the killing is good. Some people will say it's bad. Some people will say it's because you came out to give yourself. That's why they kill you. But I want to make it clear that IPOB is every Biafran. And Biafrans are one. We are ready to give them what they want. But by grace of God, we don't pray for war.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, brother, for your submission. Thank you so much. We'll be drawing the curtain anytime from now. As we are wrapping up on today's program, we have a lot of people who are in the comment section. It's quite unfortunate that we will not be able to take all of your comments. Let us take this caller. It might be the last call we're going to take tonight. Hello, the caller on phone, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hello, I am Chined. I'm calling from Germany.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Exactly. I've been listening to the program for the past some minutes now, and I think it's the step. So I thank the prof, you yourself, that have made time to conduct this program. I want to make a submission. The submission I want to make is that in as much as we are looking for solution to the problem we have, at the Igbo nation, I think we should as well try as much as we can to secure the lives and properties of those of our mothers, the less privileged ones, those people that cannot fight for themselves. And the only way we can do it is because you both want to mention something that has to do with setting up a vigilante group. I think if all 5 states in the eastern part of Nigeria should form a formidable vigilante group, because there is very much obvious that the security system in Nigeria, they are not capable to defend the lives and properties of those of us at the eastern part of Nigeria. Then we should do it by ourselves, because they say that if you want peace, you should prepare for war. So for me, I don't like the idea of, was one person that said, yeah, we shouldn't go into arms, we should just follow the law. Nigeria is lawless. It's quite obvious. So we should take the responsibility of defending ourselves by our own hands. Because look at these Fulani people coming into our villages and into our forests, slaughtering people like animals. The federal government is not saying anything about it. The state government is not doing anything about it. We are the ones dying. We are the ones to defend ourselves. So I am proposing a motion that if all the 5 states of the eastern part of Nigeria should set up a vigilante group that will monitor the activities in the villages and the internal areas. I think it will be a very good step towards securing the lives and properties of our people. That's my submission.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that submission. Thank you very much. We are about wrapping up, and Prof, you'll be giving us your closing remarks any moment from now. Tell us your closing remarks, Prof, regarding what we've said so far.
Well, Chinedu, from all we have been saying, first and foremost, we've said the lack of regional security architecture is unfortunate, and we're insisting that there should be one. We don't have any, so nobody should pretend that we have. We need a regional security outfit. But that regional security outfit should embrace efforts of the regional, the state governments, the various communities, the civil society organizations, the church, and other patriotic Igbo organizations. All of us should be part of this. We've also said that our communities should take the initiative and apply the customary laws and customary rights to organize vigilantes to protect their farms, protect their forests, protect their villages, and so on. There's great responsibility, and we're asking our people abroad, please give attention to your community. They beckon on you for help, please provide them help, whatever help you can. We want to have a strong system of vigilantes all through Igbo land. We're also asking our people to come out and so as to leave the governors and legislators in no doubt that our people want a law prohibiting open grazing. A law from the state government prohibiting open grazing is very fundamental. And the appropriate plan by some of our organizations, our Liable Development Foundation, BVI and PRM, a program that the coalition is now taking up, the 1 million march. We should organize that so that our people en masse, we go to the government house, legislators, and call for regional architecture, call for and law for the various communities and various people who had fallen victim to this thing. That's where we are at the moment. And we're asking our people abroad to also give support to what we are doing at home, give support to the emergent coalition, also give support in terms of reaching out, taking our message to the world. That is the challenge all of us face today. Above all, the message is we must defend ourselves. We must protect ourselves. We must borrow leaf from the Benue model. We must borrow leaf from the Yoruba model. We have the right to protect ourselves. That's the message we have for our people.
All right, I think with that we've done justice for the day, but so many people are still calling. We may just take 2 minutes to take all of their calls and their comments and give them 10 seconds to get the opinion. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Chinedu.
You've been calling back. Please, in 10 seconds, give us your submission.
Yeah, good evening. I'm the same person that called before.
You have less than 10 seconds, please.
Yes. Yes, please, just give me some time. I want to ask Prof a question.
Go ahead.
I want to ask Prof a question.
Go on.
Okay. That is statements a Prof drops. I will do respect my Prof. About Python dance. He said your matter is in the court. I want to ask question. Is in the court in Nigeria or international criminal court? I want to know. I want to know the question before I go to the second one.
We prepared brief.
Hello?
To go to,
listen to Prof. Go on.
To go to the local courts, the federal courts.
Okay, I'm listening to Prof. I said, is that
quiet
in international?
Prof is responding.
Okay. Okay.
We went to the federal courts, where a Kano judge dismissed the case, and we proceeded to the High Court.
Hello?
We advised that exhaust this High Court one before moving ahead with the brief we've already get an international lawyer to go to the Hague. That is the situation as of now.
All right, Prof, your first question, and let us take another caller. We've taken your time for today, please. Thank you very much for calling. Hello, the caller.
Yeah, my name is Linus Padu. I'm calling. Hello.
Linus, you are calling from the US. Go ahead. You have less than 30 seconds, please.
I just want to make a comment. I'm sure you guys, most of you have watched that video by the police chief during that interview by Channels TV. He made a comment about a Fulani guy being beheaded. To me, that is a hate speech, and nobody's even picking that up. So I want you guys to go back to that video and listen to it and see what this guy was saying. And he came out and said, "Oh, they need to they haven't even identified the person." But why would he make that incendiary, speech by calling that guy a Fulani guy beheaded?
All right.
That's my own thing.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. The last call. Hello. Be very brief. Your name and where you're calling from. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Peter. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Go on.
Okay, my contribution in what
the program that you're having today is this. First of all, I want to thank Professor for the good step that he took to resign for his position, to show concern for the lives that Nigeria terrorism uniform by police and the army took to take our people. Regarding what I want to say, time have come for everybody in the southeast and south to unite together to defend our land. But this is no longer funny that the terrorists, Boko Haram members that killed thousands of people, Nigerian government will pardon them and give them a lucrative office that they
use to sustain themselves. People did not carry any arms or ammunition or any terrorists or gathering.
All right.
They kill them like like chicken. And not even single governor in Southeast will come out to condemn it.
All right.
Time have come for everybody to pick up arms and defend themselves.
Thank you. We have no time. We have less than 30 seconds. Your name and where you're calling from. You have less than 30 seconds.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening to you.
And thank you. And Mr. Prof, good evening to you as well. I'm so glad to see a face like you addressing our people, especially by this time and just the kind of things that's happening right now. See, the last few come to good enough to survive. Fine. Wasn't Kata now? It believe I not talk to Hania. So, every Goga, why you at least do Bahani, I have a good dumbo. I'm a good banana quite how Mambo today about we kick over her carry full like off, no full off, mother is I think also one who can up and those are part of that strategy. I won't know every kata every kill as well as over Canada. So every person that will keep up pro. Life and some things are going to be or like I didn't miss that. Was here
okay.
All those
all right. Thank you. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Hello, yes.
Your name and where you calling from? Be fast.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Spain.
All right, make your comment quickly.
Yes, I want to contribute to regarding to what Professor Wade is saying. And first and foremost, I must thank him for what he did. What Professor Wade did, Nigeria can do it. That is done in Europe. That is the way research can be done. And I like to get irrespective of its age. So at this point in time, it has come to a climax where you have to take the bull by the horn. You do not every time you slaughter and fire to fight in heaven. Since the heaven suffered the violence and by everything by force. What we need here is whatever that combat us follow it that way, and by the grace of God we must pursue. Because if we don't do it this time, there's no time again. Now and never. That is my contribution.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you. The whole place is buzzing with calls. And Prof, you have given us your remark, and the people have appreciated you for what you have done honorably to resign from that committee that is hopefully not heading anywhere. Thank you, and the people appreciate you. And we've heard from every one of us who have called, all of you who have called. This call that I'm going to take now will be the very last call we'll be taking. You have been calling since we began this program. Your call will be the last. Be very straight on point. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good evening.
Your name and where you're calling from. No compliments. Go ahead with your submission.
From Austria. From Austria.
Go on.
Yes. I want to thank our dear father, Professor Wala, for the right action in response to what happened, and also want to thank everyone for all the things everyone is doing. There are a couple of things I want us to understand concerning this issue. How the Fulanis operate is they will kill a few people and they will sit back to what the actions of the actions of the people. Then if the people just didn't do anything, it will encourage them to do more. So those of us that are saying that we should take it easy now should also take it right. That if we do nothing now, it will be an encouragement and emboldening to encourage and embolden these people to continue to kill us. Secondly, I want to talk to our politicians that they should look at the problems the kind of politics they are playing is putting their own people into. Because of the kind of politics they are playing, that these Fulanis or whoever they are treating us the way they are treating us, humiliating us, and treating us as worthless people, whereas we are very, very blessed people. And our politicians should look at what is happening and see the results of the kind of politics they are playing. That it is not good for us, and they should change. They should change and stop putting us in danger. Like those people that are saying that the way now becoming is putting our people in danger, should look at it that the real people putting us in danger are our politicians. Because these things that the Nigerian army did the other day, they cannot try it in the life.
Brother, you have overstretched.
The way they are raping our women, slandering them, killing our boys, arresting our people, and imprisoning them indiscriminately, we know that they will not do that. Nobody can try it together. So why should we debate to us? And our politicians should keep quiet. Look at how these people take all the security.
Hello, thank you very much. Thank you. You may have to stop.
I'm sorry, okay.
We will overstretch your time. Thank you so much. We appreciate what you said so far. There's no point repeating ourselves again. There's no point repeating ourselves again. Thank you very much. And that is about the last call we're going to take. And the greatest thank you are going to tell our father here with us, Professor Zodem Manwala, is to key into what he is doing, the effort he's making to salvage Igbo land. We appreciate him very well. We still have more callers calling. In fact, these people don't want us to close today, but whoever that is calling. Hello?
Hello?
Can you shut down where you are listening from?
Yeah, I'm from Thailand.
You're calling from Thailand. You have 20 seconds. Just make your comment.
Right.
We are closing. Please, nobody.
All right,
nobody should call again. We've stopped taking calls. Go ahead.
Okay, Chile, good evening. I'm reading the professor. And I want to comment on the guy before the last one. There's something he said we should talk in Igbo. I believe that thing is very, very right something, because this fight is not an ordinary fight. Are you getting me? So I believe all the Maka influence from Igbo. Maka when they have one day here, Indian Aqua here in Igbo. Well, this one guy and Alabo.
All right.
Are you getting me?
All right, thank you.
So, all right, my brother. God bless.
I think that is about the last. Now, like I was saying earlier, please no calls again. I'm not going to take calls again. The phone have been taken off. We are not taking any calls anymore. Please, those who are calling in, no calls again. I appreciate every one of you that called, all of you that are dropping your comments. You are just a wonderful people. The greatest thank you will tell our father right here with us, the president of Liable Development Foundation, Professor Ozodem Manwala. The biggest thank you are going to give him, the greatest gratitude you are going to extend to him, and appreciation you are going to give to his efforts is to support what he is doing. If the people are standing right behind him, they will do more. They will break grounds and secure our land. There are still elders, fearless elders, that have aligned themselves with the suffering of their people. You have to key into what Liable Development Foundation is doing. We are calling for a 1 million march to start with, to end open grazing, which is the doorway through which the killers of our people are entering our whole land and occupying our villages. We must shut that door, and you must support the efforts of Liable Development Foundation through the coalition of religious and civil society organizations with respect to ending open grazing. We have been saying that here. We have been mobilizing people. You have to reach out to your communities, because I am not omnipotent. You have to reach out to your people and tell them to join this mandate, this rally to end open grazing. Not just open grazing, but to end all form of impunity, oppression, and bad governance in our homeland. That is the only way Alibo can be secured. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you, our father, Professor Zodem Manwala. We believe in no distance time we will have you back on this platform again.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. And to you out there, thank you for watching. Keep sharing this video. If you just joined on this live broadcast, please click on the video. It will be uploaded on our platform. Share it to everyone around you. Let everyone have faith in what we are doing. But the only way they can have faith is by you getting the message across to them, because faith cometh from hearing. I still remain Associated Peters, the voice of the people, the voice of God, the voice of our ancestors, speaking up the truth without fear and undiluted, without any form of cosmetic reasoning. We are here, we see it, we say it. Join us same time next week, every weekdays or every Tuesdays and Fridays, 6 to 7 p.m. and on occasions like this, we overstretch it so that everyone's voice will be heard and everybody will be brought on the same page. So the same time next week, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and on Fridays. Don't forget to join me on the radio program, my radio tour regarding open grazing, taking the message to the grassroots. That will be happening every Monday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Be part of this program. Keep sharing it. Together, we will overcome. I'm signing out saying, may God bless you. Stay safe. Goodbye.